Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine. Today's topic is how are you currently being viewed as a girlfriend or wife? There are three piles. The timestamps for each pile will be in the description box and the comment section below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. If you're interested, you can also return to the channel for other topics and other readings. I do thank you for clicking on this video today, and I hope that each message in this video resonates with you. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump right into your readings. Welcome, Pile 1, to your reading regarding how are you currently being viewed as a girlfriend or wife. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify those cards, and then we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. So the first card that came out for you is the Four of Pentacles. That card is followed by the Page of Swords, which is followed by the Moon card. The card thereafter is the Ten of Cups, and the fifth and final card out for you is the Sun card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Seven of Cups. So currently you are being viewed as someone that is protecting their marriage, protecting their relationship, protecting your home life. I get that because with the Moon card out here, it's usually a card of mystery and illusion. It's a card of maybe hidden energy, things that are kind of kept disclosed. And moon energy, for example, in astrology, is a mother energy, a protective energy. So things are hidden to protect. So perhaps you are very private about your relationship, private about your marriage, private about your home life, your family life, private about the things that are going on within this home life and family life. Um, with that, and especially because the Ten of Cups comes out after the Moon card. The Ten of Cups is a card of family, it's a card of marriage, it's a card of long-term committed relationships, it's a card of children, it's a card of a stable foundation. Okay, so whether you're married or just in a long-term relationship, with the Ten of Cups out here and the Sun card after, and in tarot, the Sun card can represent children, and then the Ten of Cups represents a committed relationship or marriage and children. You more than likely have kids, or potentially you want to have children. But this is, signifying that strongly. Take it if it resonates. Now, with this reading, I am getting the vibe that the reason you are so protective and so very private about your relationship and your entire family life is because with this Four of Pentacles, this Page of Swords, and this Moon energy, it signifies that, especially with the Page of Swords, there could have been a lot of speculation. Okay, so that your relationship or marriage could have endured quite a bit of gossip, people interfering, people maybe saying and doing things, specifically saying, because Page of Swords is usually speculation, it's communication. But when it's paired with the Moon card, this is a deceptive energy, something that's done or rumors and gossip that is utilized to create fear and anxiety and illusions. And since the Ten of Cups comes after, then that suggests that these were rumors and gossip about your relationship, about you specifically, maybe because this is about how you're being viewed. So maybe these were people that were gossiping or speculating about you, saying things about you, maybe filling your relationship or your partner's head with lies about you, or creating illusions about you as an individual, or illusions about your relationship or your family life. Or they could have been filling your head with rumors and gossip about your partner, or just overall just creating some form of speculation to create a division or create moon energy here. Because again, in tarot, moon energy is hidden, it's mysterious, it's fear, it's anxiety, it's darkness, right? Because the opposite of the moon is the sun, and the sun is seeing clearly, the moon is not seeing clearly. So perhaps there were people that were intervening to maybe um, create some sort of illusion around your connection, or illusion within this connection between you and your partner. Okay, so this could have been jealousy, because usually gossip and speculation of this kind stems from jealousy. The Four of Pentacles coming out before the Page of Swords usually signifies, because the Page of Swords, as I mentioned, is communication, but the Four of Pentacles is a card of scarcity, right? It's a card of somewhat lack. It's not, the Five of Pentacles is lack, but the Four of Pentacles is what you have when you're trying to avoid getting to lack. Okay, so there could have been speculations about your finances. Okay, there could have been speculations about the overall stability of your family and your connection. There could have been speculations about the devotion and faithfulness between you two, the loyalty here, because Pentacles energy is also loyalty, right? Because Pentacles is earth energy. So it's loyalty, it's grounded energy, it's stable energy, it's committed energy, it's investment. So people could have been speculating about the overall stability, either in your finances or overall in your connection with each other. Just anything that would have created some sort of disruption in this connection. This could have happened in the beginning, or this is something that could be going on now. However, with the 10 of cups and the sun card coming out at the end of the read, and then the 7 of cups at the bottom of the deck, either at this very moment you guys are in this sun energy where you've gotten to a happy place in your connection, in your relationship, in your marriage, or this is where people are seeing you headed. Even after this gossip and this moon energy, people are seeing you headed to this 10 of cups and this sun energy. Because ironically enough, the moon card is out here, which the moon and the sun represents night and day, dark and light. So you go from the moon to the 10 of cups, which is a family, a happy family, and then you have the sun, which is the light. So it's like you guys go from night to day. You guys go from a dark period of your relationship to now a sun period. You go from fear, anxiety, illusions, and mystery about where this relationship is headed or what's going on, and this is how you're seeing things, and then you go into the sun where now you're happy and you're stable and you're enjoying and basking in, the bright and the positive energy. Okay, with the 7 of cups, this is one of your dreams. This is what you desired: a happy family sitting in the sun, enjoying and having fun and just being bright and loving. Now, in this connection, I'm also seeing that you specifically, again, I want to go back to you being viewed as someone who's very protective. If in fact this was a situation where there were people that were trying to interfere, create, toxicity in your connection, perhaps the target was you, because we're asking about how you're being viewed. So specifically, the people viewing you this way might be the actual people who were trying to create these issues, or this could be people who were observing these gossipy energies create this. Okay, because we're asking how you're being viewed, but we're not specifying who is viewing you this way, you know. So you're being viewed this way, and it gives me the implication that these people who were trying to create this energy, or this person who was trying to create this energy, is now seeing you guys in a joyous relationship. They're basically seeing that their intentions failed. And now they could be sitting back and watching you in the sun with your spouse and your children and just enjoying life. Okay. This is how they're seeing it. If you have not gone to this 10 of cups and sun energy, then these people could be seeing that this is where you're headed. They could maybe see your relationship healing. They could see that you guys are still together even after all of this, chaotic, questionable energy that was going on. They could see that you two are still headed for the sun, you know, because it's kind of like, in this type of energy, when you go from the moon to the 10 of cups to the sun, a lot of times, like for me, it's like when you plant a seed and you water it. Okay, you trust that the sun is going to come up every day to shed light on that and to come in and out each morning to help it grow. It's the same thing with this kind of situation. It's like your marriage was, even in that moon phase, you guys watered it. Even when it was difficult, even when it was mysterious energy illusions and you didn't know which way it was going to go, how it was going to turn out, you two continued to pour in each other. Maybe even when you were upset at each other, you continued to pour into this every night. And then when the sun came up, you continued to enjoy the sunshine, and then this relationship flourished. You didn't know how it would turn out. When you plant a seed, you don't know how it's going to grow, what it's going to look like once it's grown, but you trust that the sun is going to come out and it's going to help it grow regardless. And you know it's going to grow into something. And that's how you are being viewed, as seeing your relationship as something that went through some tumultuous, questionable energy. You went through a gray area where you didn't know what was going to happen. But with the 7 of cups, this was a dream. You wanted to have this happy family. This was important to you. This was a goal. Okay. When you have the 7 of cups, these are your dreams. These are your goals. These are the 7 cups that you fill with different things that will make you happy and fulfill you. And this 10 of cups energy and the sun is what fulfills you. You're either already in this energy and you've overcome this, and you're being viewed as now having to go through this toxicity and this difficult energy to get to this. Again, you could have had a situation where maybe there was some maybe you had trust issues, for example, with your partner, or they had trust issues with you, or there were just trust issues overall. Okay, so perhaps there were trust issues with faithfulness, or there was trust issues with stability. There were trust issues that, this person would stay loyal either romantically, like they wouldn't run out, or they would stay loyal to where they would actually stay with you no matter how hard times got. There was something here that was questionable. You had concerns about where this would go. You're being viewed as someone as that viewed your connection, your marriage, your relationship as not knowing at one point, whether this is now or in the past, how it would turn out. But it turned out beautifully. You're being viewed as being resilient. You're being viewed as being someone who stayed down and you stayed until the sun came out for you too. You're being viewed with this sun card here and this seven of cups at the bottom of the deck as someone who got their wish fulfillment. You got the joy that you waited for. You stayed through the night, and when the sun came, you basically, it sounds corny, but this is literally how you're being viewed. So again, I don't know who is viewing you this way, but since the gossipy energy came out, this page of swords with this moon energy, is suggesting to me that the people that try to tear you apart are the ones that are viewing this way, or people overall who have been there to witness the evolution of this relationship or marriage are seeing you this way. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's these gossipy energies. It could just be your parents or your friends or family members, coworkers, anyone who watched this relationship evolve. They've watched it go from a night of a dark night of the soul type of energy with the moon to a bright sunny energy with the sun. So people are seeing you and they've watched you evolve with this relationship. They have watched you grow more cautious and more protective and more intuitive with this relationship. So now that you have your 10 of cups, your sun card, and you have your 7 of cups at the bottom of the deck, perhaps you are even more cautious and even more protective of your family because now that you've overcome that, you don't want to open the door for more people or energies to come in to try to disrupt that again. So you're being viewed as someone who is very loving as well. Because again, the moon energy in astrology is also the mother. It's ruled by Cancer, which is the mother energy. So you're being also viewed as very loving as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a mother. If you have children, you're being viewed as very intuitive, very attentive, very emotionally balanced and stable. You're being viewed as happy with the sun. You're being viewed as happy with your family. Even if it didn't start that way, even if this is something you're going through now, you will be getting to the sun based on this energy. You're being viewed as someone that is content. You're being viewed as someone that's happy and content. You're being viewed as someone who got exactly what they wanted, but it was not without some difficult times. So I'm going to leave it there. If it resonated, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm very interested in this specific message because it came out so seamlessly. Also, the star card tried to come out before the 10 of cups and the moon eventually popped out. The star card tried to come out during shuffling, but it basically went back into the deck. I mentioned that because I'm saying that the moon is out here and the sun is out here, and then the star tried to come out. So yeah, this is probably a match made in heaven. You probably have a family life or a relationship life or marriage that other people see as couple goals or family goals. I say that because with the sun and the moon out here and then the star trying to come out, that suggests to me that there's a lot of hope and faith in this relationship. And it suggests to me, again, that's a lot of sky energy. The sun, the moon, the stars are all in the sky. That's like a match made in heaven. That's a dreamy, especially with the moon, it's a dream. It's being seen as a dreamy couple. You're being seen as someone who is a matriarch. And with the sun, it's also in astrology represents the father energy. So you two are also being seen as a match made because sun energy is masculine and moon energy is feminine. So you two are being seen as as the perfect match. You're being seen as a genuine, soft, loving, nurturing mother or girlfriend and or wife, and your spouse is being seen as a protective, loving provider of a father, husband or boyfriend. Take it as it resonates, but that is the message I'm getting. Okay. So again, I'm going to say if it resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. If not, choose a different pile or a different reading. And if you're interested, you can also return to the channel for other topics on other readings. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading regarding how are you currently being viewed as a girlfriend or wife. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. We are going to identify those cards and then we're going to get into your reading. So the first card that actually comes out for you is the Chariot card. It is followed by the Two of Wands, which is followed by the Strength card, and then the King of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords. Your bottom of the deck energy is Death. So how you're being viewed as a girlfriend or wife in your relationship or marriage at this time, you are being viewed as someone who has a lot of power and influence over your partner. You're being viewed as someone who your partner is willing to follow. Okay. Now, let me clarify. The King of Swords does not follow anyone. Okay. The King of Swords does his own thing. He's his own authority. He follows his own rules. He doesn't ask for permission, he gives permission. He doesn't ask for opinions, he gives opinions. He doesn't ask for approval because he makes the decisions and he does the approving. Okay, this is someone who marches by the beat of their own drum. They follow no one. You come in and people are viewing you as probably the only woman that this person has ever been with that has been able to have a certain level of power, authority, and influence over this King of Swords energy because you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You two are being seen as a match. Okay. You're being seen as being on the same page. You two are being seen as very powerful and authoritative as a couple. You're being seen as a people could view you as the female version of your partner, and they could be viewing your partner as, the male version of you, for example. You two are on the same page, same accord. So you probably have similar taste and similar likes and dislikes. Okay. Um, you two actually probably have a pretty intense relationship. Like I'm talking a very fiery, passionate connection. And I say that because you have the Two of Wands, which is a fiery and passionate union. When it's coming up in this type of read, that represents a fiery and a passionate connection. Mind you, it's coming out with the Strength card, which is also a fire card of courage, passion, willpower, control, and dominance. Both cards are coming out before the King and Queen of Swords. So this could be, now take this part if it resonates, but I'm getting that this may be a bit more of a mature couple, or at least a couple that has been together for a while. Either that, or this is a situation that has been a long time coming. Like it has taken a while for you to find this King of Swords and for this King of Swords to find you. It's taking you guys a while to find each other in the world and in love, okay? But I'm getting the vibe that this may be a relationship that has grown and matured together because the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords gives maturity. So it could also be seen that you're being viewed as a Queen of Swords energy who has it has taken a while for you to attract in your King of Swords. It's taken a while for you to attract in someone that was powerful and authoritative and respectful and honorable enough to get your attention. Okay, this is how you could be being seen. You're also more than likely being seen as a woman who helped your King of Swords transform in a way. So maybe you may have created a death and new beginning, like an ending and beginning within your partner. So again, like I said, if this is a relationship that has grown together or that has matured together, or you guys have been together for quite a while, you two have went through endings and beginnings together. You two have transformed together. You two have probably evolved into the King and Queen of Swords together, and this could have required a lot. So you may have went through quite a bit to get to this level of discipline, honor, maturity, and respect, and intense, passionate, overall energy with each other. I say that because you have the Chariot card in the beginning. That's a card of movement. That's a card of, you know, progress. Okay, it's a card of having determination. Okay, then you have the Two of Wands, which is a card of planning and progress. Again, a card of movement, a card of passion. And then you have the card of strength. This again is a card of courage. It's a card of movement. It's a card of growth. It's a card of expansion. So, with that being said, this relationship is being as a relationship that has grown over time. It has become stronger because you have the seven. The chariot is a number seven card, and then the following card in the tarot deck after the seven is the eight, which is the strength card. So you have the chariot card coming out before the two of wands, which is representing a passionate connection between two people, a deep soul connection. And then you have the number eight, which is the next card that would come in after the chariot. This is suggesting that you two have this relationship have became stronger over time. Like it progressed into this. And the relationship probably required a lot of courage. There was probably a lot that needed to be overcome. There was probably a lot of experiences that helped you two and shape you two into this, which would make sense because when I think of swords energy, I think of battles, you know. So anytime an archetype comes out from the tarot deck, especially the king and queen, these would be two people that are going into a battle together, which means you two have faced and battled through this connection together, or you two have went through your own individual battles and then came together to sit on your throne and each have brought in your own level of wisdom. But again, I'm going to say that take it as it resonates. But this is looking like a relationship that evolved into this. You two grew into this, okay? The death card again is signifying transformation. So a lot of the experiences you two may have had or difficulties that you two may have experienced to get to this point may have been what helped transform you, not just individually, but together. So you're being seen as someone again who I'm going to use this term. You could be being viewed as a woman, you know, a girlfriend or a wife who has tamed your partner, your husband or your partner. You could be someone who is being viewed as the only woman who's ever came in to tame this King of Swords. Perhaps this is an energy where the people around him and the people around you together have seen the past and have seen that this energy, he's probably gotten bored easily with other partners, or he's probably ruled over them because of how intense and intimidating and authoritative he is. Whereas you came in with your own sword, your own wisdom, your own knowledge, and you have tamed this energy. The King of Swords follows no one, but you're being viewed as a woman where this man holds what you say in high regard. You're being viewed as a woman where your husband listens to you. He comes to you to seek your counsel, to seek your opinion, to get your approval. And the King of Swords does not do that for anyone. He's the one that stands in that role. But he's given a certain level of his own power to you. Because mind you, the King of Swords is his own man. But he's also being viewed as your man, right? So he has given you a certain level of power over him. He's allowed you to have a certain level of influence over him. This man probably comes to you to seek counsel, approval, or opinions about everything and every decision that he makes. He comes to you for comfort. He comes to you for peace. He comes to you for laughter. You two probably banter a lot because this is mental energy. So you two are probably very intellectual and you love having in-depth, deep, and astounding conversations with each other. Maybe you two have inside jokes that no one else gets. Maybe you two share a similar sense of humor that other people don't get or other people cannot understand. You two have your own maybe form of communication. Maybe you are able to share and communicate thoughts, ideas, and opinions through just looking at each other or through facial expressions or through a simple tap or touch. Because this is communicative energy. So you two may have your own special way of communicating. You are being viewed as a woman who is independent in her own in a relationship, right? So when you think of a couple, you see two people. Now you're being seen as a couple, but you are being seen as someone who wields their own sword and has their own power, authority, and strength in your connection. Okay. You're being seen as someone who, even though your partner is strong and assertive, you're being seen as someone who stands their own ground. You have your own beliefs, you have your own opinions, you have your own authority, and you stand in your own power. Okay, because with the king of swords, usually with women, they fall under his authority because he's alpha, he's intense, he's authoritative, he's demanding, he's a ruler. Okay, and he rules simply with just his words, his tone, and his energy alone gives him that power. But you come in and you match that. You're being seen as someone who has humbled, in a way, your partner. And I don't mean that you weakened him. I mean you came in as an extension of his strength. And you're being viewed as someone where your husband respects you, he honors you, he loves you, he's passionate about you, he has an overwhelming sense of devotion to you, he trusts you. This person may not have ever trusted any other woman or trusted anyone in his life, because the king of swords is not a very trusting energy. They don't trust easy, but he trusts you. And he's probably never trusted anyone the way he trusts you. You're probably the only person that he trusts fully. And you're being seen as someone who is honorable, someone who your husband respects you. This man might kiss the ground that you walk on, and that could be going above and beyond. But with this strength card, this chariot, this two of wands energy, and especially this death card at the bottom of the deck, you two have been through some stuff. You two have grew to this. So you've more than likely earned this respect from him. You've earned this trust. You've earned this honor. You've earned this loyalty. You've earned this power that he has given you over him. And you use it for good, if you use it at all, because you could be aware that you have this level of power over him. Other people can be aware that you have this level of power over him. He could be aware that you have this level of power over him because obviously he gave you this power over him. But you may not use that power. And if you do, you probably only use it for good or for like a purpose that benefits you both. But you're aware, not to say he doesn't have power over you, because he's the king of swords. You two are going to match energy. But when you have the king of swords and the queen of swords, your sword and your level of strength shows up in a different way than his, but equally as powerful. Because even I think of chess with the king and queen. The king is always the one being protected, yes? However, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. The queen can go anywhere on the board and she can take out and kill anybody on that board. She is so strong and powerful that by herself she can protect her king. Okay? The king can only move once, her move, and that's it. Okay? And he's strong. He's obviously the one being protected here because he holds a certain level of importance and power. But is the one, his queen is the one, I apologize about that. His queen is the one that is doing the protecting. Okay, so with this queen here, like I said, she's matching his strength, but it's showing up in a different way, but equal to him. And he is lowering his sword for her. In other words, you're being seen as a woman where your spouse wants you to always feel as authoritative and as powerful and equal to him. Maybe this energy has never done that before with other women or other relationships or in another marriage. But with you, he's willing to do that. With you, he's done that. Okay. So I'm going to leave your message there. If it resonated, please feel free to let me know. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're interested, you can return to the channel for other videos and other readings on other topics. Welcome pile 3 to your reading regarding how are you currently being viewed as a girlfriend or wife. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the cards that came out and then we're going to get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Knight of Pentacles. It's followed by the Nine of Swords, which is followed by the Hermit card. And then the card after that is the Ten of Swords. And the fifth and final card out for you is the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is the Four of Cups. So let me go ahead and give a trigger warning on this one. This is a bit of a heavy energy. This is how you're being viewed. So I don't know if perhaps you are in this energy right now, or maybe if people are just viewing you this way, or if there's something there's maybe your relationship is going through this, or maybe there was an ending in a relationship. But I'm going to give a trigger warning because this is a heavy energy. So before I get into this, if you are sensitive to talks of sadness, anxiety, depression, anything like that, please click off. I do not want anyone to be triggered. I'm going to deliver this message with as much grace as I can, but I can only be honest about what came out, okay? So the way you're being viewed right now with this Knight of Pentacles going into this Nine of Swords, you are currently being viewed as someone who is going through some sort of anxiety or depression. You may be experiencing insomnia right now. You may be having trouble with sleeping, or your sleeping patterns are messed up. You may be unmotivated. You may be unhappy. You could be crying a lot. You could be having mood swings. You could just feel hopeless and not see any positive or any ending or success in life, okay? Either this is where you started at before you got to this relationship that you're in, and people are seeing you go from that to this relationship, and now you're being seen as happy because at the end of the read is a Knight of Cups energy. And this could be like a Prince Charming that has come in or that you've recently met that came in after an ending that you had, for example, with this Knight of Pentacles energy. So perhaps, for example, there could be like a Knight of Pentacles energy. So like a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo energy that you had a bad ending with, a very bad ending with, and it took a while for you to overcome it, or it's taking you a while to overcome this. If this is energy of the past, then this energy has ended because the Ten of Swords has come out after the Hermit card. So the Hermit card comes out after the Nine of Swords, saying that this anxiety and this depression put you in a soul searching energy. It put you in a hermit mode where you were seeking wisdom, you were seeking guidance, you were seeking a way out of that energy. And then you have the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending, but the 10 coming out after the Hermit card and out after the Nine of Swords is an ending. Okay, so that anxiety, that fear, that painfulness, you went into an energy of healing with that Hermit card, and you overcame or are overcoming this anxiety, this fear, this depression, this sadness, this grief, this loss. You're overcoming that, or you've already overcome it. Because the Knight of Cups comes out after that. The Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor. It's Prince Charming. It's usually someone that comes in with a love offer. And the fact that the Knight of Cups is coming out after the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending, and the ending of this darkness, lets me know that maybe this person is coming in to help revitalize your heart space. Or maybe this person has come in and this is the person you're in a connection with now, who kind of came in to, in a sense, save the day, I guess is a corny way to put it. This is a person that came in, and the cups energy would be like a water sign. So usually like a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces energy. I usually don't always call out signs in readings, but I made it a point to do that in this case for some reason. For some reason, so if it resonates, it resonates. But you're being viewed as someone that went through a very dark time, or you're currently in this energy. So you might be currently in a darkness where you are struggling to come out of it. You're making progress, but the Knight of Pentacles is slow progress, but you're making progress. Um, or it took a while and you're out of it and you have a Nine of Cups energy. Because with the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this is disinterest. So whatever this relationship is, or whatever this past connection is before you got to this current one that is better, um, you may actually be disinterested in love, or before this current Knight of Cups energy came into your life, you were disinterested because of this darkness. But this is how you're currently being viewed. So either you're currently in this energy, or people watched you go through this energy, and then your Prince Charming came in after a time of you having no interest in love, especially with the Hermit card. People could be viewing you as someone who was closed off and detached. Even if you had people approaching you, you were in such a heavy darkness and depression after the end of this relationship or marriage that you may have sworn off love. You may have been hopeless and lost all hope and love. You may have lost hope in life. Like, I don't know if this was the loss of a partner through, them leaving, the world. God forbid, I would hope not. If so, I'm so sorry for your loss. If not, this could just be the loss of a relationship. Okay. But I can only relate what's coming through. And this is a very heavy energy. I am If this reading is resonating and you're going through this right now, I am so, so sorry. I feel for you because this is very deep. I don't know what kind of connection or what kind of loss you went through, but it put you in a dark period, or you're currently in this darkness and you're being seen this way. Yeah, this is a pretty dark, this is heavy energy. Hopefully you've overcome this. If you've already overcome this, I'm so happy you did. If your Prince Charming Knight of Cups has already come in with an offer and you have moved out of this disinterested energy, and now you're having a new beginning in love, then that's how you're being viewed. And I am so happy for you to have overcome this Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Hermit energy. I am so happy if you're out of this already. But if not, the message is saying that you will be coming out of this. It's saying that you're working through this with this Ten of Swords ending and then the Knight of Cups. Someone's going to come in. And then you have the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So again, you could be either being seen as someone that you're bored. You could be in a meditative state, contemplating love, contemplating emotions. Because in the Four of Cups card, I'm looking at it right now, and he's sitting down, hopeless, sad, disinterested, looking at these three cups that may have disappointed him. There's no balance in threes. But he's not paying attention to the offer coming out of the sky. So maybe you're being viewed as someone who this Prince Charming came in after a time of sadness, after a bad ending or loss. And even though this was the right person for you and it was a great offer, maybe it took you a while to accept his offer. Maybe you weren't seeing it for what it was because of the hard transition or the hard transformation you had to go through. It made you perhaps not want to love again or not want to take a chance on relationships again. Okay. But okay, well, the Ace of Cups is underneath the Four of Cups. So I picked the Four of Cups up because I wanted to see him. And I mentioned this, the hand coming out the sky. And when I went to set it back down, the Ace of Cups is underneath it. So yeah, the Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love. This is new feelings. This is someone stirring a new desire in you. So yeah, you were disinterested in relationships, or currently you're going through a breakup or maybe a break in your relationship or your marriage. And right now you're disinterested in having a new beginning with someone else. Or after an ending, you're disinterested in having a new beginning in love. You don't want one. Whether somebody is in your life with this Nine of Cups energy or someone is coming in, this is how you're being seen. I'm very interested in knowing what, if this resonated with you, please, if you don't mind, you don't have to. But if you don't mind, if you can maybe clarify a little bit about this, maybe, you don't have to give out personal details if you don't want to, because when you're in a hermit energy, I'm familiar with that energy, you're very private. So you're probably someone that's very private and staying to yourself. So you could also be being viewed right now as someone who's being closed off. You could be on a break in your current relationship. Okay, if the other message doesn't resonate of an ending, a loss, or someone else coming in, or someone else currently in your life, you and your partner could currently be in separation. Okay, whether this is a relationship or a marriage, you could be in separation right now. You could be working through a dark time right now. And so you could be closed off and people don't have access to you at this time. Because when you're in hermit mode, you're soul searching. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to talk to anyone. You're just trying to work through the anxiety, the fear, the sadness, the depression, the loss, the grief. You're just trying to overcome that. With the Ten of Swords, you will overcome it if you haven't already. Um, if you want to, you can give me some insight on this, because there's a couple of different messages coming from this. So I'm hoping that whoever this message is meant for are actually resonated to this reading. Um, the energy is so heavy, I feel for you, whether you have already overcome this or you're still going through it. This is not easy energy. So whatever connection or whatever situation this is that put you in this mode, this was a deep, intense love. This could have been a long-term relationship or a long-term marriage or something that you invested a lot of your heart, your soul, and your mind into, or someone you invested it into, because the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords, that is, I don't, the only other darker cards that could come out for this would be like the Tower, and then the Nine and Ten of Wands. And even then, the Nine of Wands is persevering through something, but the Nine of Swords is not. So this is almost as heavy as of an energy as it can get. So maybe you're in a divorce right now, maybe you're in a separation, maybe you're on a break and a breakup. Um, maybe you're transitioning from one relationship to another. Maybe you've came out of this energy and people are seeing you as overcoming that and moving into a new energy and a new beginning. I don't know. I am gonna leave it there though, because the energy is so heavy. I want to get out of this energy. Um, and I am interested in knowing if this resonated, especially this specific reading, because if you have went through this, at least just please let us know that you came out of it, or let me know, because this is a lot. So I'm hoping this is not an energy you're still in. Okay. I am going to leave the reading there. If it resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And if you're interested, you can return to my channel for other readings on other topics. Thank you.